I want to make a comment on your warm-ups. I can see every week, those of you that are new, you kind of just, okay, I'm with the crazies, I'm going to go for it, and you get better every week, and it's really wonderful to see, and I congratulate you for engaging. It's a little bit weird when you come to audit and then you see it, and it's a little intimidating, and at first, you know, you're kind of tentative in the water, and then afterwards you go, fuck it, and away we go. And it's wonderful to see. I want to read to you something, again, from the best book on acting ever made, or ever written, The Unconscious Actor Working Out of Control in Full Command. These are from his principles, Daryl's principles of acting, but this one is the one that, to me, separates real actors from anything else. Emotion is the language of the heart. Emotion supplies the fuel which drives our creativity. The more high octane, the better. How we feel about what we're creating in our lives is infinitely more important than what we think about it. Feelings are hot, dynamic, right? They are uncontrollable almost. Thinking is cold, it's calculating, it's always measuring and judging emotion like a stern parent. The conscious analytical mind can't help but distrust an open heart. It's scary. Some of you, when you come into this class, you can see the transition from, wait, I'm allowed to feel this? I'm allowed to express this? Because we're not allowed to out in society. We're taught from the time we're little infants. Good girls don't, good boys don't. Shh, don't cry, don't feel, don't do this. Shut it down. And then as actors, the number one question I get is, how do I access my emotional life? How do I cry on cue? How do I access my rage? How do I make that go to work for? I've told you many times that I think it saved my life, and now I get paid for it. Are you kidding me? This is wonderful. But we have some difficulties from time to time accessing that emotional inner life. Sharing heartfelt energy with one another comes naturally to men. Observing small children at play, it becomes obvious that we're born expressing our feelings as highly charged emotional beings. If you watch little kids, they're unfiltered. There's nothing repressing them. And as a parent, that can be pretty exhausting sometimes. But a 2-year-old child doesn't need training to learn how to access their emotional life. He or she does so constantly, so strenuously, that adults have trouble keeping pace. Amen. Children have not learned yet how to censor themselves, to stop and think before they express an impulse. And for us actors, once we learn to stop and think, to judge the acceptability or unacceptability of our impulses, emotional spontaneity is well nigh impossible, or at least difficult. Get the barriers out of the way and feelings will flow. It's as simple as that, or not. That's our task. These exercises that we do, think about it. That's what they're designed to do, to unleash. You listen to, the first sounds, or when we say, okay, put voice and body together, and all of a sudden you can surf on the energy in the room. And we keep that bottled up all day, right? Because we're human. Everybody walking around, you want to talk about rage? Look down south at all the emotion that's coming out of people. That stuff has got to come out, or it's going to harm you one way or the other. You got to find ways to express it. As actors, okay, we have the ability to do that. We're encouraged to do that, which is one of your assignments is to do the numbers every day, right? 10 counts of happy, 10 counts of angry, 10 counts of sad, 10 counts of happy. If you're doing it right, you're doing it more than once until you get there. Crying on cue should be a goal for all of you. If you're easy to cry on cue, getting rage on cue, all of those things. And then to be able to get any color in between, because you're going to use them all. If you watch people, they do not try, we do not try to show our emotions. We try to hide them. So our task is doubly tough. We have to be able to fill up at a moment's notice, then put a lid on it to portray an actual human being going through crisis, which, as we know, every monologue and every scene is about, even if it's comedy, maybe especially if it's comedy. Right? So emotion is extremely important. That's your lesson out of the book. Life, which goes hand in hand with this process. Discipline focus, planning, hard work. These are not our favorite words. Discipline, focus, planning, hard work. Not our favorite words. Bad news. You'll never achieve anything in your life without them. The good news, do something you love and you'll achieve them with absolute joy. That's the key. Do you love acting? Discipline, hard work, planning, focus. Okay, I'm in. If you do something you love, you never have a job. Anybody ever hear that saying? It's the first thing, acting was the first thing I ever loved, and I've felt that way about it. We make little excuses for activities that do not contribute towards the accomplishment of our goals. We're all guilty. I'm not going to do that today. I'll skip my 5 minutes of breathing today. I only read one play this week. I'm only doing one monologue. I'm not going to do the class. Whatever, okay? One of the things you learn in my class is how to work. Yeah, you have your basic assignments, and you're expected to do them. I'm not going to, mark you down or anything, but you want to be a good actor? That's the minimal requirement. 5 minutes a day of breathing. Just get in touch with your voice, your body, your emotions. Just sit and breathe. That's not so hard. It'll actually make you healthy emotionally too, okay? Secondly, doing the numbers every day. Voice, body, and emotional life. Hook it up. Stretch that instrument. Find ways to move your body. You've never moved it before. There ain't nobody looking but you, okay? Get on a play reading program. 1 to 2 plays a week minimum. More is better. Find ways. Share it with each other where you have access to plays. Ask Alberta. She's got ways to hook you up, okay? 2 monologues, 1 classical, 1 contemporary, minimal, more is better. Get scenes going. I don't care if you ever get them up or not, get them going, okay? Work. Doing so will eventually lead us to procrastinate if we make little excuses about not doing these things. We stop doing what we know we need to do, which is to pursue our goals with the greatest determination and the boldest focus. I'm having trouble speaking today. Aristotle once said, we are what we repeatedly do. Discipline, focus, planning, hard work. Make them your favorite words. Thank you for listening.